Yeah.
Welcome to University of Findlay Baseball here on the Oilers Sports Network. Let's toss it to Joe Mayberry and Kyle Neerman, the voices of Oiler Baseball.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome to today's game between the University of Findlay Oilers and the St. Mary's College Falcons. Going to get underway here quickly. Leading off for the St. Mary's Falcons is number 17, center fielder Danny Beaver. Oilers turn to right-handed pitcher Colin Gossard on the mound today. First pitch is a ball outside. It's a beautiful day in Auburndale, Florida. Sunny, 70 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. And the first strike. Count goes to 1-1. Colin Gossard's a tall right-hander out of Bath High School, which is located in Lima, Ohio. Rocks and fires. Third pitch of the inning is low for ball 2. Oilers wearing their orange uniforms, gold pants, black and white numerals, wearing the all-black hats. It's ball outside, pushing the count to 3-1. As always, I'm joined by my friend Kyle Neerman. Kyle is keeping stats today for the Oilers.
Yes, nice to be down here, Joe. Finally in the sunshine, watching some college baseball.
Foul ball back out of play. Pushes the count to full for the first batter of the game. In the top of the first, no outs. This is the leadoff hitter. Danny Beaver is a 6'3" outfielder from Ontario. That's a strike on the outside corner. It's a good start for Colin Gossard, striking out the first batter of the game.
You know what? That's an area where I think Coach Perro is going to rely on Colin Gossard this season. A little more wild last year, Joe, but seems to have found control here, obviously, early in the first game. Nice to strike out the first batter of the season.
Yep. That brings up the number 2 hitter, number 6. He's your left fielder, TJ Lett. Ball on the inside. TJ showed bunt there and pulled back on the pitch. TJ's a 5'8", 175-pound junior out of Willoughby, Ohio, Willoughby South High School. Strike on the inside corner there pushes the count to even at 1-1.
I don't know if at home they can hear it, Joe, but that glove is popping. Colin Gossard is fired up for the start of this season.
I know the university boys here with the jugs gun. Ball low. Pushes the count to 2-1. We'll see if we can get our pitchers to get the jugs gun over to us and see what Colin's hitting. Colin was hitting high 80s for the year in the season in practice in the indoors. Fly ball to left field. That is out of play. Count goes to 2-2 to TJ Lett. I'm sure you can hear it in the mics. It is a little breezy here today. Wind is blowing kind of in and across out to left field, or when it shifts in from right. It's ball in the dirt.
And it's a little chilly, Joe. Game time temperature 63 degrees. Kind of disappointing.
It's a dry heat here in Orlando. Another full count here for Gossard. So ground ball back up the middle. Nice play by
Schrock. Great play by Kevin Schrock.
Great play there by Kevin Schrock, ranging and diving to his left. Putout goes 6-3, and that's 2 great outs for the Oilers early. Nice play defensively there by Kevin Schrock.
Oh, and that's what we hope to expect from Kevin Schrock. Highly touted with some of the best hands coming out of high school. Had maybe a down year last year as he made 20 errors in last season, but that's a great play and got to be a confidence booster for Colin Gosser on the mound.
Brings up the number 3 batter, Kiefer Quick, number 29.
And that ball skipped off the plate and not handled by Smith, bounced up and over the backstop.
Just been brought to my attention that Kiefer Quick might be using a wood bat, which you don't see a lot of in college. That is a wood bat. Slow roller to the third baseman, Troy Merriman. Troy makes a great play ranging to his left, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the University of Findlay Oilers. Be back in a second with the start of the bottom of the first inning. Welcome back to baseball. Leading off the inning for the Oilers is number 4 right fielder Logan Hara. Ball high on the first pitch offering from starting pitcher from St. Mary's, Jay Welsh, number 32.
This is Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep. It's all right.
Early in the year for us, too. Ball in the dirt goes to 2-0.
It is early in the year, and these early year broadcasts are mostly consumed with trying to figure out if things actually work.
Yeah.
Live stats.
Undefeated so far.
Exactly.
Another ball high there. Logan Hara pushes the count to 3-0.
Talking with Coach Barrow before the game, this pitcher for Notre Dame is an 89 to 90 mile an hour guy, but didn't know if there was control, if there was a good secondary pitch. But I guess the top two, so the game 2 starter will be pretty solid as well.
Logan Hara's last pitch was a strike, pushing the count to 3-1. That's ball high. Logan Hara draws a walk for the leading off the bottom of the first. For those just joining, the score is 0-0. Bottom of the first. The Oilers have a runner on first base.
That's good to see. Logan Hare is a guy that just needs to get on base. It doesn't matter how he gets there. As I know, a competitor as he is, he'd like to get a hit, but Coach Perro just wants to see him leading off at first. I promise you that. Because he does have good speed. And
pickoff move over there to first. Logan did get back in time. Ball did get away, but Logan did not advance. Around the infield, pitching as well, catching for. There's a bunt from Josh Schwer up the first base line. That's a nice job from Josh. Does advance Logan Hare to second base. Excuse me, around the infield again for Notre Dame. Walsh is on the mound. Rosales catching. Esor at first. Barnhart at second. Ely at third. Smetana at short. And your outfield from left to right goes Lett, Beaver, and Barker. Brings up number 14, left fielder Pete Jorgen for the Oilers. Pete's kind of a utility guy for Steve Carroll's squad.
Yeah, a do-it-all kind of guy. But I'll tell you what, Joe, I don't think you could have drawn up a better start for the first 5 outs of this, or 4 outs, I guess, of this ball game. 1, 2, 3 on the defensive side for the Oilers, and then Logan Hare gets on base, and a sac bunt gets him to second. Runner in scoring position already. We'll see if they can get the big hit, which is an area where they struggled last season.
Good curveball there from Welch. Got Pete Jorgen out in front of it. Defense playing at standard depth. Outfield playing at standard position.
That was a good pitch right there from Welsh. Started the slider on the outer half of the plate, broke to the other batter's box, but Pete had nothing really he could do with that pitch, but it's tempting. It starts in the strike zone, breaks away, and with 2 strikes looking to protect, that's a filthy pitch there from Welsh.
Brings up number 55, designated hitter Mark Dellis. Nice pitch there from Welsh off the outside corner. Dellis is a big right-handed power hitter. Plays a bunch of positions for the Oilers. Also has thrown some bullpens for the Oilers. Coach Steve Carroll trying to figure out how to use them.
Yeah, and Dellis getting his first taste of Findlay Oilers baseball was a player at the University of Toledo, took a red shirt in his freshman season and decided to transfer. Coach Perrell, talking with him yesterday, is very excited about this young player and what he can bring offensively to a lineup that struggled last year.
And swings with the high strike there. 2 strikeouts in the inning there for Walsh from Notre Dame. The Oilers strand a runner on second, back for the top of the second inning. Welcome back to baseball, folks. Score 0-0 heading into the second inning here. Colin Gossard went 1-2-3 in that last inning. Leadoff batter for Notre Dame is Ross Parker. It's a foul ball back out of play. Ross wears number 20 for Notre Dame. He's your right fielder. Again, an absolutely perfect day for baseball here in Middle Florida. Roxon fires. Another strike on the inside corner. Kyle, that was an off-speed pitch that kind of buckled Parker's knees there.
That's good to see. Gossard, mainly known as a power pitcher, the heavy fastball can reach the 90s. But if he's throwing a good breaking pitch like that all season long, then you can look for some solid starts out of Colin Gossard.
Ball in the outside corner of the plate there pushes the count to 1-2. Oilers playing Barker straight up here. Standard defensive positions for both the infield and the outfield. This is the 59-foot pitch from Colin Gossard. Pushes the count to 2-2. That was a nice job of Christian Smith blocking it behind the plate. Ball high pushes the count to 3-2. That was a fastball that didn't quite get pulled down. Early report from the boys is Gossard's hitting 90-91 here, thanks to Xander Tice and Mason Mayberry running the Ducks gun for us. Nice pitch there from Colin Gossard, something off speed that Barker offered up at. Corrected there by Kyle. That was a fastball.
Blew the fastball right by him there, Joe. Good to see.
Again, Kyle and I are not paid professionals for this. You can tell. Nobody has more fun than we do.
That's true.
Brings up number 30, the catcher, Julio Rosales.
That just missed high. Count goes to 1-0.
2 strikeouts early here for Gossard. It's a good start for what Coach Steve Farrell was looking to do. That pushes the count to 1-1. Another fastball high. Nice work there getting Colin to chase.
It is good to see Colin performing pretty well early. Played this summer in Lima with the Lima Locos of the Great Lakes League and won a championship there. And that's a league full of Division I players. That's one of the best college wood bat leagues in the country, Joe. And to win a championship there and perform as well as he did is a good sign for Colin Gossard.
It's a ball in the dirt. He swung. Christian Smith's going to have to make a nice play. All right. Let me give you a replay here. That was a swing at a ball in the dirt. Christian Smith did a nice job of blocking it, staying with the play, and throwing down to first. When he threw down to first, Austin Adams lost control of his glove. The ball, however, never came out of his glove. So that's a strikeout. Put out goes 2-3.
And as I'm looking out there, Joe, at the defense, this team very similar to the team we saw last year. Not a whole lot of changes. I see Austin Adams at first base. Other than that, this team basically the same as last year. It was just another year of experience under their belt, which is going to be a big factor, I think, to any success that they're going to have this year.
Count goes to 1-1 there on number 27, Hank Biasor. Hank is the first baseman for Notre Dame. Notre Dame in their white uniforms, blue numbers, trimmed in blue belts. Swinging a pitch in dirt there. Colin Gossard has almost every one of his pitches working. Pushes the count to 1-2. Let's see what Colin Gossard offers up here on the 1-2 pitch. That's another strikeout for Colin Gossard. Gets it on the outside corner. Colin's fourth strikeout of the game. Retired the first 6 batters in order. We'll be back for the Bottom of the second inning, score tied 0-0. Back to live baseball. Number 13, Austin Adams at the dish. Austin is your first baseman today for the Oilers, which is the count to 0-1. Score is 0-0, bottom of the second inning. High strike there from Notre Dame pitcher Welsh. Pushes the count to 0-2. Foul ball on the first base line there. Austin Adams is somebody that Coach Farrell has got high hopes for here.
Yeah, Austin, one of those players that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Coach Farrell's pretty high on this kid. Struggled last season, but has put in the work in the off season and is hoping to improve on a season that I would say is disappointing. And he would probably say the same thing.
Ball in the dirt there from Welsh. Pushes the count to 2-2. Great crowd of Findlay parents and Notre Dame parents here getting out of the weather up in northern Ohio is not a bad thing. Ball on the inside, almost in the batter's box there. Pushes the count to full.
We talk about last year, Adams, a 200 hitter, 17 hits and 85 at-bats. So definitely not what he was hoping.
Slow roll there to the shortstop. Austin hustling down to first base, but the putout goes 6-3. In a case like that, Kyle, it's nice to see Adams make contact with the ball early. I know it's only the second inning, but it is nice to hear bat hit ball.
That's right. And Adams did finish the season a lot stronger than he began. He had a great series at Grand Valley State where he hit 5 doubles in the 4 games that he played. So the bat was coming around towards the end of the season and hoping that carries over into the 2016 season.
Up now is number 19, Christian Smith. Christian's the catcher for the Oilers. He's down 0-2 early here. First pitch was a strike that Christian did not offer on. That was an off-speed pitch Christian got out in front of. Pushing the count to 0-2. Foul ball back out of play here. Here at Auburndale, we are on top of 3 other diamonds. Beautiful facility down here in Auburndale with 8 diamonds. Ball out in the batter's box there. Pushes the count to 1-2.
We're being told that this renovation, which began in October and just was recently finished, was a $15 million project.
And Kyle, you can tell, and this place is absolutely gorgeous. The Oilers are lucky to spend the week down here. We have all but one game here for ourselves this week.
It is nice, and what amazes me is that from the months of October to the end of February, you can build all of this.
Yeah. Ooh, Christian pitch. Gets hit. Caught Christian on the left forearm. He did his best to get out of the way. That's going to put Christian on base with a hit by pitch. One down now here for the Oilers. Brings up number 24, Cam Johnson. Cam's your second baseman for the Oilers. Cam got a lot of playing time last year. This goes back to what Kyle said earlier about the team looking very similar last year to this year. Bunt attempt there from Cam Johnson goes back into the screen. Coach Farrell doing a good job of trying to get the Oilers running on the base pass early, something that we did not do a lot of last year, frankly, because we weren't on the base pass a lot.
Right, and Christian Smith, not the best speed at first base, but Cam Johnson can fly. So maybe Cam trying to bunt for a base hit here, get Christian into scoring position, and get himself on base.
Ground ball to the third baseman, put out right there. It goes 5-3 to get Christian out at second base. Cam Johnson does a great job of hustling down the line to avoid the double play. Put out goes 5-4.
Nice play there by the third baseman. That ball was a tricky hop there on the lip, got the short hop, still was able to field cleanly and fire to second base to record the out.
2 outs now in the inning brings up number 7, third baseman, Troy Merriman. Troy only a sophomore for the Oilers. Takes first pitch, strike from Welsh. Another strike pushes the count, to 0-2 here for Troy. The Oilers have had runners on early in both innings. There goes Cam Johnson to second base on the hit and run. Troy Merriman swings through it. Third out of the inning. We'll be back soon for the top of the third inning. Score tied at 0-0. Back to baseball here. Colin Gossard retired 6 straight in his dealing. The last pitch of the last inning was 94 from Colin Gossard, so that he is bringing the heat. Number 37 here, shortstop Travis Smetana leading off the inning. Smetana, Ely, and Barnhart do up this inning for the Falcons. Ooh, Colin Gossard drills him right in the back. That's not a payback pitch by any stretch from Colin Gossard, but he got him pretty good.
It doesn't feel good, right in the middle of the back.
That's the first base runner. We're going to have a meeting on the mound here between the umpire and Colin Gossard. or Ely. I apologize for not knowing proper pronunciation. Like 6', 200-pounder out of Aurora, Ohio. A lot of Ohio connections between both of these teams, with both schools be located in Ohio. Fun attempt there for Mealy's, fouled back into the screen. Falcons head coach is Len Barker. Assistant coach Jason Erdelli. And their pitching coach is Bud Burkle. Len Barker down there. Len Barker, is in the dugout here, not coaching third base. Pitch over from Colin Gossard as an attempt to pick off Smetana. Not successful. That was a bunt attempt by number 7, Ely, that he popped straight in the air. Colin Gossard makes a great diving play. That was it was supposed to be try to get both runners to advance. So the leadoff runner that was on first base got picked off back at first. So the hit by pitch instantly eliminated with a nice double play there. All done by Colin Gossard.
Wow, amazing play by Colin Gossard. They say pitchers aren't athletes, but that looked pretty athletic to me, diving off the mound. And double play. Now the bases are empty.
Striking the bottom part of the strike zone. And that brings up number 9, Austin Barnhart. Austin is your second baseman here for the Falcons. We are going to be joined between the top and the bottom of the third inning by University of Findlay catcher Miguel Valdez. Miguel has some family back home he wanted to say hi to, and it's nice to get a senior perspective on how the season is going, how practice has been going for the Oilers. So he'll be joining us shortly. Colin Gossard rocks and fires. Foul tip in the dirt. Nice job of Christian Smith there. Picking that. That's 2-2 count here for Colin Gossard. 2 downs.
How about one of those 94-mile-an-hour fastballs right now?
Right here. High heat would be nice. Didn't matter. Foul tip into the glove. That's another strikeout for Colin Gossard. Last strikeout there from Colin Gossard. The last pitch was 93. Kyle, I'm going to steal your headset here for a second and bring on Miguel
Valdez.
That's
great, yep. I got it.
Miguel, you got me?
I'm hearing you fine right now, Joe. I'm good.
Good. So joined by catcher Miguel Valdez, a senior for the University of Findlay. Miguel is one of what Coach Farrell calls a teammate. Truly, every day at practice is giving it his all, calling out the infield, calling out protections and whatnot. And Miguel, give me a little bit of insight as to how you think practice has been going so far this year.
Well, basically, Coach Farrell always tells us to practice really hard, so by the time that we get to the game, we can slow down. Basically, practice is at a really fast pace, and it just gets you in the good mood so you can have muscle memory when it comes down to the game, and you know what to do because you've been practicing it every day.
I'm going to go back to live baseball here, Miguel. You're going to hang on with me. Miguel,
I'll be here. I'm glad to join you.
Good. Brings up number 6, Kevin Schrock. Kevin is shortstop for your University of Findlay Oilers. Schrock has one of the best arms on the team, and he's got pretty good speed. It's just keeping him on the base path in order to get him around.
There we
There's a
go.
fly ball to
Keep
right
going.
field.
Get out. Attaboy.
Foul ball at the right field line. That was a nice job of Barker going over to try and cover.
Another great thing by Kellogg, he's a true teammate for everyone. He's always around you. He's always gonna do anything that you need.
And that's what Coach Perro goes back to, something that we had talked a lot about this winter and indoor is just being good teammates. You know, being good to the guys that are around you is going to make your team better.
We're basically a family over there.
Yes,
see
that's
a lot
exactly right.
Baseball teams that don't get along really well, but not in Finlay. Finlay baseball is familia. That's what it is.
Yep. Foul ball back over the screen here into another field. Goes back into field number 5. On deck for the Oilers is number 4 Logan Hera. In the hole's number 4 Logan Hera. Number 5 Josh Schwer is in the hole. Count goes to 2-2 here on Schrock after the foul ball, and that was a ball in the outside batter's box. Nice to see the Oilers get another runner on base here early. We've stranded 2 runners. Swing and a miss from Schrock. Ball in the dirt. That's going to go down as a strikeout, and the putout goes 2-3.
Well, Joe, I gotta go back to the game, but un abrazo a mi familia, mi mamá, mi papá, mi hermana, todos los que me están viendo, un abrazo y los quiero mucho. Saludos.
Thank you to Miguel for that. Go back to live baseball here. Kyle will be back in a second. Logan Hera drew a walk in his first at bat in the game, takes the first pitch strike. Miguel's truly one of the best players on our team as far as personality is concerned. Great catcher.
He is definitely full of personality. Great kid to be around.
Bottom of the third, score is still tied at 0. Both teams offensively looking to break out. Swing and a miss there from Logan Hera. This is Logan's first strikeout of the game. 2 in a row for Welsh. 2 outs now brings up center fielder Josh Schwer.
Schwer, another one of those young players that, with a year of experience now, Coach Perro is hoping will have a better season. Did hit .236 last season and had the only home run of the year for the Oilers. That came in the last game of the year.
The ball outside. Josh Schwer did a nice job of not offering up to that pitch, even though the home plate umpire did offer down to his helper down there at first. 2 outs in the inning. There's a strike on the inside corner of the plate that drives Josh back out of play. Time called by Josh Schwer. That was a nice job of him working. Pitcher was getting into a routine there with strikeouts on the last 2 pitchers, so it was nice to see him step out there. Jay Welch is 6'6", 240, so he's a big boy on the mound. Another strike there. Count goes to 1-2 on Josh Schwer. So anytime you add 6 feet 6 inches to what's already on a build-up mound out there, the guy's going to look a little bit more intimidating than normal.
Definitely an intimidating presence on the mound.
Slow roller to the shortstop, Josh Schwer. Nice play there by the shortstop. Put out goes 6-3. That was a close play at third base. However, the Oilers do go 1-2-3. Be back for live baseball at the top of the 4th. Back to baseball here for the Oilers. We might be in in audio only mode right here, so we apologize. We're working on the camera right now. First pitch of the inning, ball outside for Colin Gossard. Leading off the inning is Danny Beaver, number 17. Strike on the outside corner pushes the count to 1-1. Danny struck out looking in his last at bat. Colin Gossard rocks and fires. It was a nice catch by Mason Mayberry behind home plate. Good work out of him. Pitcher with hands. Was a ball in the dirt, however. There you go. That pushes the count to 2-2. Another nice pitch there from Colin Gossard to level out the count. Nice to see Colin get another strikeout here. Keep this guy off the base path. Foul ball back out of play down the left field line. It's over on field number 7. Wife. Count's still 2-2 here for Danny Beaver and Colin Gossard. Ball in the dirt pushes the count to full. Colin Gossard has 5 strikeouts already this early in the season. First game for the University of Findlay Oilers is today. Took the bus drive down out of Findlay on Friday, arrived yesterday around noon. That's ball 4 on the outside part of the plate. It was a nice job there of Beaver not letting the count get too far ahead of him. First walk of the game for Colin Gossard. Brings up number 6, left fielder TJ Lett. Put out went 6-3 for Lett last time he was up. Nice drop of Kevin Schrock ranging to make a play. That was a nice job of stealing on the first pitch there from Gossard. Christian Smith came up and threw it into center field. I don't know if he would have had a chance to get him even with a good throw. That was a great jump by Beaver hitting from first to second. We think the count is 1-0. We're not sure. Ball on the inside. That's okay. Pushes the count to 2-0. Thank you to home plate umpire there. Runner on second here for Notre Dame. First time Notre Dame has had a player reach second base. Last pitch there from Gossard was a ball on the outside. Lett to be followed by Quick and Barker here for the Falcons. Nice pitch from Colin Gossard. Was a get-me-over fastball on the inside part of the plate. Pushes the count to 3-1. Gossard's still behind here. Third baseman Troy Merriman playing in on the grass for the Oilers. That's ball 4 on the inside corner. That's another walk from Colin Gossard. That's back-to-back walks. Puts runners at first and second and brings up number 29, Kiefer Quick. Kiefer grounded out to third baseman Troy Merriman in the last inning. We're going to have a meeting on the mound here. Pitching coach Brian Mikowski for the Findlay Oilers comes out. I have a feeling this is more of just a how you doing. Make sure you don't do anything dumb. Don't overthrow anything. meeting here from Brian Mikowski. Back to baseball here. Runners on first and second. No score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Kiefer quick at the plate. Nice off-speed pitch there by Colin Gossard. Gets Kiefer to swing at the first pitch. Excuse me, it's Kiefer quick. I just got corrected by a mom behind the crowd. Nice pitch there from Colin Gossard. The Kiefer did not offer up to. That was a good pitch. Pushes the count to 1-1. Ball inside there from Colin Gossard. Pushes the count to 2-1. Runners on first and second. First baseman Austin Adams. Just a straight up fastball. Pushes the count to 2-2. Cam Johnson, second baseman, playing back on the grass. Troy Merriman and Kevin Schrock playing at his normal positions. Another ball in the dirt pushes the count to full. A couple times Colin Gossard's gotten 3-2 counts today. He has made a couple strikeouts, so he hasn't let the count get to him. On deck for the Falcons is Ross Barker. Foul ball back out of play. Excuse me, folks. 2 walks so far in the inning for Colin Gossard. 2 runners on first and second. The runner on second is the Falcons' first runner to second base today. That's ball 4 from Colin Gossard. So Colin's going to walk the bases loaded here. He's thrown a lot of pitches to do it.
That was the 57th pitch of the ball game from Gossard here in just the third inning. Top of the fourth.
Brings up Ross Barker here, your right fielder.
And typically a strikeout pitcher is going to throw more pitches in a ball game anyways, but you don't like to see the loss of control here already early in this ball game.
Ross Barker is a 6'5" utility player for the Falcons out of Windsor, Ontario. It's a line drive to left field. It's going to score a run.
That's
nice
our first. Sorry, Joe. That's our first hit of the ball game from either team, and it's a big one as it's a sharp single to left field, scoring the first run, and still no outs.
First hit of the game also accounts for the first run of the game. Julio Rosales now your catcher. Again, no outs in the inning. No outs in the inning. Bases loaded. Falcons take a 1-0 lead. Foul ball back out of play. I don't know how much speed the Falcons have on the base path here. I would assume that the gentleman at third base. Slow roller to second baseman Cam Johnson. Cam makes the easy play at first, going put out of 4-3. But that does score another run. That's also the first out of the inning.
Rosales did his job there. Got the ground ball on the right side, enough to score the run. Falcons take a 2-0 lead over the Oilers.
So that's the first out of the inning. Brings up number 27, Hank Viasor. Hank struck out in his last at bat, and it looks like the Falcons are making adjustments to what Colin's doing. Nice pitch there from Colin to get the first pitch strike. Hank did strike out looking in his last at bat. Great off-speed pitch there by Colin, pushes the count to 0-2.
And Viasor came into this ballgame hitting .333 this season. Of course, only 3 games played so far for this team, so it's early, but a decent team. He did not have a batting average last year, so I'm guessing he did not play last year.
Last pitch was a ball outside, pushing the count to 1-2.
Pardon me, he did play in 5 games last year, hit .200, so just 1 hit. Maybe this is a guy that is now matured, and coach looks to have him play, but a big swing and a miss there. Good pitch from Colin Gossard. Oilers now have 2 away.
Brings up number 37, Travis Smetanas. Travis is your shortstop. Kyle, it'd be nice to see Colin limit the damage here to 2 runs. Now with 2 outs in the inning, any out will do.
Right, you never want to walk the bases loaded, but if you do, you can get out of that inning with less than 2 runs or less scored. That's not terrible. That's damage control.
First pitch strike there from Colin Gossard. Last 2 batters, Collins pitched really well, mixed in some off-speed stuff that he may have lost there a little early in the inning. It's a slow roller to first baseman Austin Adams. Austin, nice job of flipping over to Colin Gossard for the inning, into the inning. Falcons score 2 there to take a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. We'll be back with live baseball here shortly. Back to baseball here. Number 14, Pete Jorgen. Struck out in his last at bat. That was back in the first inning. This inning is going to go Jorgen, Dallas, and Adams. First pitch strike there from Welsh. 1-0 count. And the Falcons did score 2 runs in the last inning. Slow roller to third baseman there. That was Ely. Ely with the airmail over to first base. Pete Jorgen's going to do a nice job of playing baseball and advance to second base on the throwing error. Going to have to turn to our official scorer, Kyle Neerman, on how to score that.
Sorry, that's an E5 on the overthrow and then an advance on the throw for Pete Jorgen. They'll take a runner on base and scoring position with no outs for the designated hitter, Dulles.
You know, this would be a huge spot for Mark Dulles right here. Struck out in the first inning. Nice job of time called there by Mark Dulles. So the Oilers do have a runner on second. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Down 2-0. Oilers still don't have a hit. Slow roller back up the middle. That's just a nice job of Mark Dallas there advancing the runner. Put-out goes 6-3 for the first out of the inning, but that is a nice job of Mark there, being a good teammate, advancing the runner to third. Brings up Austin Adams. Austin grounded out to short his last at bat with a 6-3 put-out. Third baseman in on the grass. Austin Adams with a foul ball back out of play. Count goes to 0-1.
This is a situation the Oilers struggled last year. Runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs. They just did not seem to score enough runs in this situation. Austin Adams a chance to change that here. And after a 2-run inning in the top half by the Falcons, the Oilers need an answer here. And as we're in the bottom of the fourth.
And another foul ball back out of play.
And these are 7-inning games down here, so yes, we're only in the 4th inning, but time runs out quickly when you only play 7 innings.
Yep, with doubleheaders, you only play 7 innings. Ball in the outside corner of the plate. Pushes the count to 1-2. Besor and Neely playing in on the grass at first and third. Second baseman playing in a little bit. Ball in the dirt. It was a ball in the dirt that Austin Adams did not offer up at. Sitting back here, it's a correct call. Home plate umpire did offer down to second.
Yeah, good take by Austin. Not fooled by the off-speed pitch there from Welch.
Ball in the outside corner. Nice job there of Austin not offering up at the fastball in the outside part of the plate.
With 2 strikes, you got to be sure on a pitch that close. And Austin, with a great eye, taking full count here with 1 out and a runner on third.
And he did take, however, on a strike right down the middle. So that's going to be the second out of the inning. Brings up number 19, Christian Smith. Christian is 6-foot right-handed catcher out of the Colony High School in Texas. Good blooper to right field. That ball might get down. No, but that's a great diving play.
It's a great play.
That's an absolutely great play by Barnhart there at second base. You don't ever want to count on yourself to get a blooper to score a run, but that was a nice job of covering. At any rate, flies out to the second baseman. That's the third out of the inning. Oilers leave another runner unstranded. Down 2-0 here, heading to the top of the 5th. Back to live baseball here. Gossard still on the mound here for the Oilers. Number 7, Nick Ely at the plate. Nick was the one that tried to bunt back to Colin Gossard back in the 3rd inning. And gets into that one. That's a fly ball to right fielder Logan Hara. Logan does a nice job of camping under in that. Making the first out of the inning. Now up for the Falcons, number 9, Austin Barnhart. Austin, the second baseman. 1 out down in the inning.
Barnhart, a 283 hitter last season, had 106 at-bats, 30 hits, but only one double, and that was the only extra base hit of the year for Barnhart. Not a lot of pop out of this bat, but can get on base.
First pitch strike there from Colin Gossard, working ahead in the count 0-1. Again, the Oilers are down 2-0. Another nice pitch strike there from Colin Gossard, pushes the count to 0-2. Top of the fifth inning here. Falcons ahead 2-0.
Colin up to 70 pitches.
Depth.
Sorry, Joe.
That's fine.
Colin up to 70 pitches now. 71 there is another strikeout.
That brings up Danny Beaver, the center fielder, who walked in the last inning and scored the first run of the game. Walked on a full pitch, got the count to full, and then walked. Did strike out in the first inning, so he is 0 for 1 for the day.
That's Gossard's 7th strikeout of the ball game, and we're in just the 5th inning.
First pitch ball from Colin Gossard. Danny Beaver has seen at least 10 pitches. At least 11 pitches from Gossard. Slow roller there back to the dugout. So there's nothing that Colin hasn't thrown that Danny hasn't seen. And Kyle, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, Colin's got some good stuff, and the way he's been dealing the fastball and coming with the off speed, I mean, you've seen all the pitches, but at some point you really are just left to what the count is, and if you can guess. I mean, this kid's throwing a 94-mile-an-hour fastball right now. About the only way you can catch up to that is if you're looking for it.
Ball on the outside part of the plate there pushes the count to 3-1. Foul ball down the left field line. That ball's back out of play. It's a full count here for Colin Gossard. I'd like to see Colin work through this inning 1-2-3 as you would every inning. 2 pitches ago, Colin's fastball was clocked at 90, so he's been humming right along there. That's another walk from Colin Gossard.
Right, and that's kind of the tail on Colin Gossard. 7 strikeouts, but that's his 4th walk now of the ball game. But still, only 1 hit allowed. So it's hard to tell. I mean, this is a good outing so far, only 2 runs. But his offense has got to get some runs to help him out. And so Colin throwing pretty well on the mound in the first game of the season.
Brings up TJ Lett, who walked in his last at-bat. His first at-bat of the game, he grounded up Kevin Schrock out there, shortstop. Pitch over there from Colin Gossard over to Austin Adams at first.
TJ Lett, one of the better hitters in this Falcons lineup from a season ago, hit .318, 34 hits, 4 of them doubles, and 7 triples. That led the team. Was on base at a clip of 441.
That's a pretty damn good on base percentage. Troy Merriman playing in on the grass.
Yeah.
That was a nice
Great
shot of
pickoff.
Colin Gossard. That was his 3rd pickoff attempt in a row, and he finally got him on the 3rd one. Nice work there from Colin for the 3rd out of the inning. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, the Oilers trail 2-0. Be back in a second. Welcome back to baseball. We have a defensive substitution here. Number 11, Tanner Dovsek, is replacing Nick Eli at third. He almost got tested his first time into the game as Cam Johnson pulls a foul ball down the third base line. That was a hit hard ball Cam definitely would have reached on. Maybe would have gotten 2 on if that would have been fair. At any rate, it's a loud strike. Nice job there of Walsh throwing that off speed.
He's got some good pitches. I've been pretty impressed so far with the effort from Welsh.
Ball inside pushes the count to 1-2 on Cam Johnson. Cam reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Oilers still looking for their first hit of the game. Cam swings and misses on the pitch. Nice job of the catcher there. Getting the throw out. Rosales down to Biasor for the first out of the inning. Brings up third baseman number 7, Troy Merriman. Troy, a 5'10 sophomore out of Granville, Michigan. Troy takes the first pitch of the at-bat to go behind 0-1. Nice off-speed pitch there by Welsh. Another off-speed pitch there by Welsh. Troy swung on and missed. And Kyle, you hope the Oilers aren't trying to press early on getting hits here.
No hits so far. This is some good stuff from Welsh. That last swing and a miss by Merriman, he may miss that ball by a couple feet, Joe. So that's a sharp breaking ball that Oilers hitters clearly fooled here in the first game of the season.
Slow roller to the first baseman, Biasor. Biasor makes the put out unassisted for the second out of the inning. Brings up number 6, Kevin Schrock. Kevin, your shortstop, struck out in the third inning.
And you know what, Joe? This is the first game of the year for the Oilers. For the Falcons, it's their 5th ball game. So there is a difference there. First time out on the field is always different, especially when you're seeing live pitching from another team outside. And the Oilers clearly struggling here as Welsh has been dominant so far. We will head to the top of the 6th inning. Oilers down 2-0.
All right, back to live baseball. Colin Gossard still in the game here. Number 6, TJ led up. Ball in the dirt there from Colin. Pushes the count to 1-0. Back in the 4th inning, TJ walked and scored a run. Scored the second run of the game. Hard foul ball down the third baseline.
We're sitting here, if you heard that conversation, we're sitting here with University of Findlay graduate and now Florida resident Michael Lewis. graduated a couple years ago, and the Oilers getting no hit at this point in this ball game. He was reminding us that his senior year, the Oilers did get no hit in a ball game, but actually won that game 1-0. Scored a run in the top of the first on a walk, sack, bunt, and an error. So that's one of the rarities in baseball. A no hit, but still a victory. That's probably not going to be the case here, as they're already down 2-0. But a little fun baseball fact there from Mike Lewis.
Oh, as ground ball back up the middle, Kevin Schrock makes his first error of the year. Kevin ranged to his left, but the ball went right underneath his glove. So that's the first error of the year for the Oilers.
We're going to go hit on that, Joe. That would have been a tough play for Kevin Schrock. We'll go single up the middle.
All right, single up the middle. Like where your head's at. Generous. Fielding percentage. Brings up number 29, Kiefer Quick. Kiefer walked back in the fourth inning, was stranded on third base. There's a drive to right field, right to Logan Hare. Logan comes in, fields it. It's a single by Kiefer, as that puts runners on first and second. Back-to-back singles from the Falcons. Got a pinch runner here at first base, number 19. Ricky Phillips is coming in for the pinch runner, for Kiefer Quick. Ross Barker singles up the left field line. Nice job of Pete Jorgen coming in and making the play and throwing in quickly to Troy Merriman. Sadly, that's another single for the Falcons. That's 3 in a row. Got a meeting on the mound here between pitching coach Brian Mikowski. Oilers do have somebody warming up in the bullpen, but from our angle, we can't see who is down there. Colin is going to stay in the game, it appears. Yep, Colin is going to stay in the game, it appears. So 3 singles in a row here from Lett, Quick, and Barker. Phillips is pinch running at second base for Quick, and that brings up Julio Rosales. First and third are playing in on the grass. Oilers down 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. There are no outs in the inning. Nice curveball there from Colin Gossard. Gets Rosales to swing on miss on a pitch.
The ball just fell off the table, Joe. So Gossard still with some pretty good stuff. I think just got a little fastball happy, maybe in 3 straight singles, have the bases loaded. Another good curveball from Gossard.
Another great curveball from Gossard, swung on and missed by Rosales, and a great job of Christian Smith behind the plate, blocking that ball that was in the dirt.
I'd throw it again, Joe. At this point, Rosales is going to be guessing fastball, but 2 swing and misses on that pitch. Throw it again.
Nice job of Christian Smith going down and blocking the fastball in the dirt. Count is now 1-2. And I can't see pitching coach Brian Mikowski from here, but you have to think he's thinking something off speed because Rosales hasn't been able to even touch it.
There's your first error of the year, Joe.
There's the first error of the year. It just happened. So slow roller to Troy Merriman. Troy did the great smart play of coming home, but he made a bad throw and pulled Christian Smith off the plate. So that's going to score a run. So the Falcons' third run of the game. All runners advance. Rosala reaches on the fielder's choice. Brings up number 27, Hank Biasor. Oilers down 3-0. Foul ball back out of play here.
You know, that's an area where Merriman did struggle last season, made 14 errors at third base, fielding percentage of .874. Obviously, you like to see that a little higher out of your starting third baseman.
Swinging a miss on a ball in the dirt there. Nice job of Tech Smith on going down and blocking that.
And that's tough when you're on the mound for Colin Gossard. You get the ground ball to the infield, play it home, and your third baseman basically airmails it. Now you kind of feel like you have to strike hitters out to get the outs. And when you're trying to get strikeouts, you maybe start to aim a little bit and lose a little control. Just changes your whole mindset on the mound if you can't trust the defense behind you.
1-2 count now from Gossard as that last pitch was a ball outside. When Kyle said earlier, Gossard has 7 strikeouts in the game. But we haven't given up a lot of hits. He's gotten a lot of strikeouts, but it's just been some untimely errors and bad play. So another strikeout there from Gossard on the swing and a miss. That's the first out of the inning.
Boy, that's a big strikeout. Bases loaded with no outs, and so gets the strikeout for the first out of the inning. Now the double play could end the inning with only 1 run of damage. Gotta hope for that here. Gossard still not out of this. Needs to make a couple good pitches.
Brings up Travis Smetana, the shortstop. He was hit by a pitch. Slow roller back to Austin Adams at first. Austin does a nice job of going home to get the force at home. That's 2 outs now in the inning.
Good play. First time Adams has been tested at first base as a fielder that I've seen this young season. So good work there for Adams. Came, field the ball, charged it, threw home to get the out. Gossard making the pitches he need. Weak contact here after the bases were loaded after the 3 straight singles. And out here would be huge to get out of this with just the 1 run scored.
Now batting Tanner Dusek. This is Tanner's first at bat of the game. He was the defensive substitution back in the 5th inning. 3-0 Royals, 3-0 Falcons here. It's a ball high.
I can see here I'm confused with the Royals there. The Royal Blue.
And they had a pretty good starting rotation. Base is still loaded here for the Falcons. .86-mile-an-hour fastball there from Colin Gossard. 1-2 count here, 2 down. Gossard did hit 94 earlier in the game, so his velocity's been great today. That was an 86-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, and as the game moves on, naturally use the velocity, but blew the fastball by Dubsek there. That's a huge out, gets out of the inning. Bases were loaded with no outs. Falcons only score 1 run. Oilers are down 3-0, heading into the bottom of the 6th.
Back to live baseball. Logan Hara leading off the bottom of the sixth. Oilers only have 6 outs left here to do some damage. Hara offers the bunt, pulls back in time. First pitch ball.
Got to get something going here. Oilers still yet to record their first hit of the season. And that's always, the first one's always the toughest, Joe. I think you get one. Baseball is such a game of momentum. You know, Hara singles here, and then you got Schwer on deck. Why not string a few together here? You're only down 3 runs. No reason to press quite yet.
Schwer has power. He did hit the only home run of the game year last year.
He did. Hey, from what I heard, the wind was blowing out that day, and he may have turned on one. But hey, you know what? A home run's a home run. There you go for Hara.
Maybe. Nope.
Good swing, but
nice swing, nice contact, and a nice job of the left fielder ranging over and making that play. Left fielder Lett did a nice job of running to his left to make that put out.
Good swing by Hara. You know, he'll go into the dugout and they'll say, good contact, don't change a thing. But when you're down 3 runs looking for the first hit of the year, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. You know, you hit it well, but you want that hit.
Brings up number 5, Josh Schwer. Josh was put out first inning on a sac bunt. And he hit a line drive to the shortstop. His last at bat. 1-1 count now here for Schwer.
Welsh still has some pretty good bite on that curveball. He's thrown it twice in a row here.
How many pitches does Welsh have?
He's only at 71 pitches here in the 6th inning.
Nice time call there by Josh Schwer. It's good work out of him.
Yeah,
Trying to get his own rhythm.
Yeah, you can't let the pitcher get in the rhythm.
That's a fair ball on the first base line, Josh Schwer. Rounding first and heading for second. Barker, the right fielder, ranges over and makes a play. That's a nice job of Josh Schwer. He was thinking 3 when he hit it, but it was a nice job of staying at second, not doing anything dumb. You never want to make the first, another out of the inning, third.
Well, hey, now we're off the snide, Joe. We got our first hit of the game, a double from Josh Schwer, runner in scoring position with 1 out. Let's see if Pete Jorgen can come through here and deliver a hit and score the Oilers' first run of the season. Let's get those in the same inning.
Slow roller back to the third baseman. Third baseman ranges over, makes a nice play, but that does advance the runner. Shutout goes 5-3 for the second out of the inning. Ellis struck out in the first. He reached on an error. No, excuse me. Yeah, he reached on an error back in the 4th inning.
I like the aggressiveness there out of Jorgen. Ready to hit up there, swinging at the first pitch. Got to wonder if that's one that he maybe just missed. Probably was looking for the fastball in there. Got it. Just got on top of it. And we know baseball is a game of inches. You miss a ball by just a little bit. That's the difference between a line drive and a chopper to third base.
Foul ball back into your screen there at home. Mark Ellis fouls one back into us, pushes the count to 0-1. Guest appearance by Austin Adams on your screen there, picking up that foul ball.
Let's see if Dallas can deliver here. Coach Perrell's pretty high on this kid coming from Toledo, but you know what? I gotta see somebody deliver before I become a fan. How about that?
A 1-1 count here for Austin Adams.
He is a good kid, hard worker. Talked with him a little bit before the season started, and he's definitely ready.
A slow roller back to the first baseman here. Besor makes the put up a 1 unassisted. Third out of the inning. Oilers leave another runner stranded. Down 3-0 heading into the top of the 7th inning. Be back to live baseball momentarily. Back to live baseball here. Pitching change for the Oilers. Number 51, Josh Robinson in now. Austin Barnhart up. And you can see foul ball back over the visiting team dugout.
Robinson, a big 6'3" pitcher out of Anna, Ohio. And he's a lanky 6'3", but he can really sling it up there. He's an upper 80s guy. Coach Barrel likes what he sees out of Robinson. Obviously high on his list to come out of the bullpen this year.
Another nice pitch there by Josh Robinson. The strike on the outside corner of the plate pushes the count to 0-2. Final line for Colin Gossard. 6 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 4 hits. 3 runs, but only 2 of those were earned. So a nice day of work for Colin, and that's a strikeout for Josh Robinson in his first batter of the game.
Nice job there. 1, 2, 3 pitches.
That brings up number 17, Danny Bieber. Denny's struck out in the first inning, walked in the 4th, and walked in the 5th. It's a nice start for Josh. Pop up into the left field. Pete Yorkin comes in, calls him off, and makes the play. That's a nice job of Josh Robinson. 2 outs and 4 pitches.
Trying to remember if Robinson pitched at all last year, Joe. I'm going to have to get into the archives and look. I think maybe he had 1 appearance last season.
He didn't pitch a lot, so 1 appearance might be right. Brings up number 6, TJ Lett. TJ scored 2 runs today for the Royals. Grounded out in the first and has a walk and a single in the game.
He did.
Nice
he had
ball there from Josh Robinson.
Sorry, Robinson had 1 appearance last year. Just 1 inning pitched, a 36 ERA. Gave up 4 earned runs in that 1 inning, 3 hits. So now, obviously, the first out of the bullpen this year has had a big offseason and improved tremendously.
2 quick strikes there from Josh Robinson. Doing a good job of keeping him off balance. Doesn't throw a real fast fastball. Hits up to 84, but a lot of off-speed stuff and a lot of movement, which is what he does throw. And that's a nice job of Josh Robinson.
That's filthy there.
3 outs and 6 pitches. Nice work. The Oilers are down 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th inning, Oilers are down 3-0. Austin Adams up. Welsh is still on the mound for the Falcons, looking for the complete game. First pitch there was a ball.
77 pitches. There's 78 from Welsh, and he's still throwing a pretty firm fastball, Joe.
Yep. Count's now 1-1. Adams is 0 for 2 on the day. Ball high. 2-1 count here. And Kyle, this is something that the Oilers saw a lot of last year. There's not a lot of action offensively. Last swing, there's a strike. 2-2.
That's right. And it was frustrating to watch a team, that struggles offensively. Obviously, that's the stat you want to see. You want to see runs. Had a pretty good pitching staff. Coach Perrell, a lot more high on his pitchers this season. But you still got to score, Joe.
Yep. Key to sports, score more than the other team.
That's right.
Learned that a long time ago. No idea what just happened, Kyle. Any idea?
I think there was a bat laying outside of the dugout umpire, making sure.
Good catch. Full count here for Adams. Yep. Strike on the outside corner. Didn't even look at it.
To me, it looks like Adams he was just guessing there and kind of has been all day. Didn't really know what to expect there out of Welsh. And fastball on the outside half of the plate, and nothing Adams could do, just stood and looked. And that's the first out at the bottom of the 7th inning.
8 strikeouts now for Walsh. First pitch to number 19, Christian Smith, is a ball on the outside part of the plate. To go to 1-0.
Welsh still must be pretty confident in stuff going with a first pitch curveball there in the 7th inning. And why not be confident? I mean, you've one hit a team so far. You might as well go right at him. You have a 3-run cushion with only 2 outs to get. Pretty good situation here for Welsh.
A meeting on the mound here between the home plate umpire and starting pitcher Welsh. Just checking the baseball for something right there.
Pine tar, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, a little Michael Pineda situation.
Yeah. Razor blade in his pocket. After some home plate cleaning, Walsh's second pitch is a ball inside. 2-0 count here to Christian Smith.
Oilers just need a base runner here, Joe. Doesn't need to be a double, doesn't need to be a home run. You just need someone on base, somebody to get the inning started, and a 3-0 count now to Smith. I'd imagine if he would reach base, he'd be pulled for a pinch runner to get a little speed on the base path.
Yep, 3-1 count now to Smith after that last pitch was a strike. It's a line drive right to the first baseman. First baseman Biasor didn't even have to move, put his glove up and caught it. Hard hit ball. It's a line drive right, though.
Did hit it well. He was a little late on the fastball there, but still able to hit it on a line just right at the first baseman, and that's kind of how the day's been going so far for the Oilers.
Yep. Oilers down 3-0, bottom of the 7th. Last pitch is high to Cam Johnson. Cam's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a fielder's choice. Last chance for victory here for the Oilers, down 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. First 2 pitches at the at-bat is 2-0. Again, Welsh is going for the complete game here. 1 hitter. And it's a nice strike right over the heart of the plate. Pushes the count to 2-1 on Cam Johnson. Ball high and away. Great pitch, though.
Boy, that one just must have missed there, Joe. A little bit high, maybe. Good for Cam Johnson now in a 3-1 count.
And there's the base runner we've been looking for. Brings up sophomore third baseman Troy Merriman. You are going to have a pinch hitter here for the Oilers. Number 8, Derek Hurd is coming in. Derek is a freshman. Coach is high on Derek Hurd. Let's see if he can produce here in a spot where we need him. First pitch to Derek is a strike over the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, this freshman getting his first taste of college baseball here again, like you said, Coach Perrell pretty high on this kid. He's hit about 500 in the fall and into the winter seasons.
There's a slow roller to the third baseman. And that's the end of the game. The third baseman makes a play. Eli to Besor. Out goes 5-3. We'll be back with game recap shortly after this.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They'll find they have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines where they sat when they were children and cheered their heroes. And they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
All right, guys, back for the game recap. Oilers lose 3-0 to the Notre Dame Falcons. Starting pitcher Colin Gossard for the Oilers pitched 6 innings, had 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. Josh Robinson out of the bullpen, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, no runs. For Walsh, starting pitcher Jake Welsh got the win today, 7 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit. Final line score for the Oilers, no runs, 1 hit on 1 error. For the Royals, 3 runs, 4 hits on 1 error. Oilers left a lot of runners on base early in the game. Obviously, we didn't get our first hit in the game until the 6th inning when Schwerer scored a double or had a double. I think the story from the day, Kyle, is Colin Gossard pitched really, really well. Josh Robinson came in an inning of relief and pitched really, really well. And Jake Welsh pitched a great game. Give him credit for that. He pitched a great game, kept the Oilers off balance all day. Like you had mentioned earlier in the broadcast, it's our first game of the year. It's the first time we've seen outside pitching in Florida against someone that's not our guys. And you hope they come back in game 2 and just give it hell.
Right. I mean, there are obviously no excuses. You can't use the first game excuse. You know, Coach Perrell would be the first one to tell you that. But the Oilers' bats did struggle. Left 5 runners on base in the ball game, and kind of just flashbacks to last season. You're leaving runners on base, not getting the big hit when you need it. Kind of hope that this first game isn't indicative of how this season's going to go. But again, we're looking for positives. A good start from Colin Gossard in his first taste of baseball in 2016. So that's a positive from this ball game. Oilers lost 3-0 to Notre Dame. Again, we're going to have the second game here once they get the field cleaned up and ready to go.
I think, Kyle, I heard the officials say that we're back at 12:10 for first pitch. So that's in half an hour from now.
Okay, so at 12:10, the next game will begin. We'll be back right here from Auburndale, Florida. You can check athletics.findlay.edu after that second game is done for a full recap, box score, and stats from today's doubleheader. And you can also check the live feed. Will be there as well. So for Joe Mayberry, this is Kyle Nierman. We'll be back for game number 2 here in 30 minutes.
Thank you for listening to this broadcast of University of Findlay Baseball. Catch the Oilers all season long right here on the Oilers Sports Network.
We want it all, it's what we're chasing. We want it now, we've been working too much to be patient. Yeah, success to me is motivation. It's time to get it. This is one for Oiler Nation. This is one for Oiler Nation. This one right here is for Oiler Nation. Success to me is motivation. Man, it's time to get it.